Chieftain of the PDP joins me from Ikoyi area of Lagos. Chief Bode George joins us from Ikoyi area of Lagos. Thank you so much, Chief George, for joining us tonight. You perhaps have been listening to His Excellency, the former Deputy Governor of Sokoto State. Give us your thought. Will it be fair for your party to say zoning is no longer relevant or should not take a front seat when you're talking about who becomes the candidate of the PDP ahead of 2023? What are your thoughts?
Now, thank you for inviting me to join in this conversation. This is the most important conversation before we drive into the channel of election. You know, listening to the former Deputy Governor of Sokoto, I saw a lot of distortion and a lot of misinformation. And we have to be extremely very careful. The summary of what he's saying is that, yes, we don't need any zoning. We need the best man to, of course, any political party that is worth its salt needs the best hand to do it. But let me go back into the history. The first republic of this country, when we had the NPC in government, we had the Action Group, we have the NCNC. The majority, both North and South, were to be seen and heard. The minorities in the North were to be onlookers. The same with the minorities in the South. That created a lot of friction in this nation, dissatisfaction. And people now came out to realize that, look, we cannot continue like this. That led to the coup, the civil war, the military intervention, and all that. So in 1998, for the first time in the history of this country, there were some elders who had been practitioners of the First and Second Republic, came together and decided that, look, let there be this oneness. Why are we fighting? And they realized that the sectionalism, the tribalism, most political parties were completely tribal in their outlook. They claim one representing Southwest was Chibola Ige, the late Chibola Ige. You would never have imagined that Chibola Ige will sit in the same political room with Dr. Alex Ekweme discussing politics, or with Papa Jinwo Bode with Alex Ekweme. It was impossible. Or Papa Solomon La discussing with Alhaji Shiroma or Bamanga Tuku, or even the Talakawa party, Alhaji Rimi from the North. So they came out with this novel. It was a gift to this country to remove the issue of minority, majority, and that is what the summation of the presentation of the Deputy Governor is driving back at. We are leaving that behind and building a one indivisible country called Nigeria. Now, they came out with these solutions. First of all, Nigeria as it exists, even in our own present national constitution, does not talk about zones. But they came out with this novel idea: Northwest, Northeast, North Central, Southwest, Southeast, South-South. And there were 6 top positions created by these old men: the president, the vice president, the Senate president, the speaker, the secretary to the government, and the national chairman of the party. 6 top positions. Every zone will go home with one of these, so that nobody will be left behind. So you are creating that sense of oneness. You are creating that sense of belonging. You are creating that sense of involvement in the nation called Nigeria. Rather than having this cacophony of voices, everybody pulling in different directions. And that was what they brought about. So when you look at it, the executive with the legislative arm, with the party, will have a synergy. Very novel. And it's not only here that it's being practiced. If you go to the country called Switzerland, the only country in the heart of Europe that had never experienced any wars, The First and the Second World Wars, they were not part of it. Even till today, they don't have a standing army in Switzerland. What happened? You have the Germans in Zurich, you have the Italians in Lugano, and you have the French in Geneva. What do? For peace to reign, they rotate the headship of that country. And they had peace. So what we are saying is what the deputy was saying is that...
Chief George, you've established a very critical
and go to our constitution.
A political history of Nigeria.
Go to our constitution. No, wait a minute.
As a chieftain of the PDP, from the meeting you had...
Let me finish.
Let me ask you, would it be fair to zone in a particular region of the country, or you want to leave it open? In your own view, where do you think will be best for your party to zone the presidency for 2023?
Now, you see, I went historical to bring about what happened, what transpired. Because if you forget your history, you are bound to commit the same mistakes going forward. That is why I was trying to tell you that our party, it is in our ground norm that zoning and rotation will be the kernel, the heart of our party. It will be like the spinal cord of the party. And if you break the spinal cord of a human being, it will either be crippled for life or it will be dead. So when you now say you want to throw it away, are you telling Nigerians that it's only in certain parts of the country that you have people who have the competence or the courage to rule Nigeria? How can there be peace? My best friend is still a Fulani man, and I have no qualms about that. But justice, fairness, and equity must be the dictating norms for our party going forward. Going forward, are you saying we don't have anybody in the southern part? What we are telling people, we have no right as a party to tell any individual you cannot contest, because it will be illegal. But what we can do as a party, because it is the major part of our ground norm, that zoning and rotation must be part. Whatever has been in the north after 8 years must come to the south. Whatever has been in the south for the last 8 years must go to the north. And rotation. So it guarantees that commitment. It guarantees that oneness. So it guarantees that you have a sense of belonging to this country called Nigeria.
In that sense,
and I want to advise my brother.
From the background that you have given, where do you think it would be fair to zone presidency for your party in 2023? Now, let me now come to this political equation. I'm looking at it now as an engineer. There's a political equation, straight line equation, y equals mx plus c. When they conceptualized this idea, nobody in their wildest dream thought there could be another political party that could produce the president. You understand? We had a simple political equation. But now, haven't seen that another party could produce the president. Because I remember in one of our meetings, somebody said, oh, the South had been in power, had been produced presidents for 14 years, and the North only 2 years. Yes, if you look at it that way, you say, oh, why not? But President Buhari, where is he from? That is the extra parameter in the political equation that must be considered. Where is he from? Is he from the southeast? Is he from Lagos State? He is a Hausa Fulani man that ruled for 8 years. So you should add that into perspective. But the beauty of this is, in the wisdom of our neck, the discussions went there, they were robust, they were clear, they were intellectually informed, and in their wisdom, they said, okay, let's take a look at this. Let's meet one representative per state. It is brilliant. The party meeting ended on that fresh breath, on that sensible situation. We will go in there. Yes, it is important to look at the characters of those who want to be president, but it is mandatory. It is legitimate for the party to say, yes, this is zoned to the south or to the north.
But to leave it wide open is combustible. It is kicking the can down the road. We, our party, those founding fathers, made sure that the colors of this country make up the rainbow called PDP. The other political parties were all still tribal, AMPP, AD. But suddenly they congregated, and that congregation is a congregation of strange bedfellows. You can see how totally disorganized they are now.
Yeah.
Yes, PDP can manage Nigeria. PDP can do it. But let us.
But just in about 30 seconds before we go on that break, that 37-member committee for the zoning which your party has set to put together, there are 19 members who are from the north. Right. 17 from the south, based on the distribution of states across the region of the country. We have the FCT, which makes it 36 states. But out of the 37, you have 20 of those members from the north, including the FCT. 17 are from the south. So the question is that, will it be fair, even if they put it to a vote, and the North votes in one way, and the South votes in one way? Will the South not lose out? Yeah. That's a question I'm asking you because you're a Southern leader of the PDP.
I am aware of that. This is not a matter of voting. This is not a matter of deciding that you are going to now subject it to voting. What you are telling the others is that you can go to hell. No, this is a family meeting. We are brothers and sisters in the same family. When it comes to family issues, you don't vote. You do it, you base it purely on moral suasion. We will put forward convincing arguments, robust discussions, healthy discussions that will still hold this country together. We cannot afford to break it. Those guys, the old founding fathers, gave this nation a beautiful gift. And that gift is for us to remove this emblem of division, this thing that can tear Nigeria into pieces. We look, it's been happening in Switzerland. Why can't we do it here? You mean I have traversed the length and breadth of this nation? There is no part of this country I have not visited. God has given every part of this country beautiful, reasonable, respectable resources, both human and otherwise. Go anywhere. The one major issue that will be the kernel of this campaign is, do you still want us in this union? Do you still respect us in this union? I see the beauty of it. If we come together